Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true.
22-year-old man shot during confrontation with police in St. Anne. A 22-year-old man was fatally shot during a confrontation with the police in Retreat St. Mary on Friday morning. Dead is Talon Spence, a painter of Stairtown, St. Anne. Reports are that Spence was at a party in Retreat when he reportedly attacked a female patron with a firearm. However, a lawman who was on location intervened and opened fire at Spence, hitting him. Spence was taken to hospital where he was pronounced dead. One Taurus 9mm pistol with a magazine containing 5.45 rounds was reportedly retrieved from him. The Inspectorate and Professional Standard Oversight Bureau and the Independent Commission of Investigations are probing the incident. Hopewell High Board saddened by murder of Bursaw. The Board of Management of Hopewell High School in Hanover says it is saddened by the recent and shocking events that have resulted in the untimely death of Bursaw Jermaine Roberts. Roberts was shot dead at the school on Wednesday. The school's principal, Brian Grant, has been taken into custody as the police probe the murder. In a statement, the school board expressed sincere condolences to the family and friends of Roberts. It also indicated that it is working with the Ministry of Education to see it that the staff, students, and members of the school community are given the proper care in dealing with this tragic event. We understand that investigations are being undertaken by the police and we await the outcome of same. Accordingly, we are unable to comment on any speculation to the public, he stated. Nevertheless, we wish to clarify that the board chairman, Mr. Dutton Hastings, is not the principal of the school and will caution all persons against sharing his photograph as being the principal. Attorney maintains that former PNP MP Jolene Silvero is not a suspect in the death of his wife. Defense attorney Peter Champagny has complained that his client, former People's National Party Member of Parliament Jolene Silvero, is not a suspect in the death of his wife. Melissa Silvero died on November 10. Initial reports said she passed away in her sleep, but the police later revealed that the murder investigation has been launched into her death. Since Mrs. Silvero's death, her husband has been questioned by the police more than once. Despite this, Mr. Silvero's lawyer says there has been no indication by the police that his client was being investigated as a suspect in his wife's death. He also notes that Mr. Silvero is cooperating with the police. In the meantime, the attorney is urging the public to desist from making comments about the couple on social media, which could have adverse effects on their children.
This is a most unfortunate situation. The police are doing their investigations. They have been very diligent. They have been working steadfastly, and I would not want to say anything that would in any shape or form suggest any premature posturing in terms of what their mandate ought to be or where they ought to look. I will go further by saying that what is for sure is that my client, Mr. Silvero, is not, based on my understanding, a suspect in the matter. And secondly, that he has been given his full cooperation with the investigation. Whilst I know that it's a public interest matter of high importance, I am ever mindful of the fact that we live in an age where there is social media, a lot of platforms, and in relation to this particular situation, there are young children involved, and sometimes it's not the most, and I'm being euphemistic, not the most pleasant of experience for children to see certain things being bandied about on social media, where commentators actually go beyond what is already a fact and seek to have all kinds of speculations and rumors about persons' character and reputation. So I would plea for restraint and allow the police to do their investigation.
19-year-old charged over gun attack on Burlam guards in Greyground, Manchester. A 19-year-old man has been charged in relation to last week's gun attack on Burlam security guards in Greyground, Manchester. Armani Brown, a sales clerk of Hotline Avenue in St. Catherine, has been charged with 2 counts of robbery aggravation, wounding with intent, possession of a prohibited weapon with the intent to injure, possession of a prohibited weapon to cause serious damage to property, and conspiracy to rob. Reports from the Mandeville police are that about 6:40 p.m., The guards were at a business establishment when they came under gunfire. When the shooting subsided, Brown, his accomplice, and a guard were shot. They were taken to hospital where the accomplice died and the guard and Brown were treated. One firearm with ammunition were also seized. Following an investigation, charges were laid against him on Thursday, December 21. He is scheduled to appear in the Manchester Parish Court on Wednesday, December 27. Police implementing measures to curb traffic congestion associated with the holiday season. With traffic congestion being experienced across major towns, the constabulary says it continues to put measures in place to ease the flow of traffic. Several towns are seeing bumper-to-bumper traffic as people try to get their last-minute Christmas shopping done. Head of the Police, Public Safety and Traffic Enforcement Branch Assistant Commissioner of Police, Kira McKenzie, says while measures are already in place, they will be improved as the season gets busier. He says the police are targeting highways, townships, and major roadways. He says that they are also focusing on plazas, commercial areas, and financial districts. ACP McKenzie says the police has been collaborating with the National Works Agency NWA to prevent traffic congestion in several town spaces. Meanwhile, ACP McKenzie notes that special attention will be given to Ochoa St. Anne in an effort to ease traffic congestion.
The season is up on us, but the good thing is that the JCF has already put its strategy in place, and we continue to make changes and to add to what we have already been doing. So one of the things that we have done is to look at what obtains across the country at a time like this. And what we have done is to place police officers along the highways, townships, and major roads. We have looked at our public places, such as our plazas, our other commercial areas, especially financial districts, as well as our shopping areas, to include market districts. And so we have been doing some work around that. The other thing we have done is to look at our townships, along with our other stakeholders, such as the NWA. And what we have sought to do is to put in some one-way systems, for example, in the town of Mandeville, Manchester, Santa Cruz, St. Elizabeth, Port Antonio, Portland. And that is in a bid to ensure that traffic flows freely without major congestion or obstruction. We know that the local police, they are aware of this and they have additional deployment. But in addition to that, other resources from the Kingston Public Safety and Traffic Enforcement Branch will be supporting them to make sure that we alleviate the congestion. Let us understand that the large volumes will not necessarily be alleviated because everyone will come out to try and enjoy themselves and so on. But that's not a problem. What we aim to do is to ensure that persons are able to move and there is no gridlock. And we know that when we have congestion and major obstruction, there is a propensity for criminal activities. And so that is something that we will alleviate.
Trelawney Police report success in curbing crimes by migrating offenders. The Trelawney Police are reporting success in the implementation of strategies that have resulted in fewer instances of crimes committed in the parish by migrating criminals this year compared to last year. However, the police are urging residents to report any unfamiliar individuals spotted in their communities. A lot of crimes occurred, not so much this year involving migrants, but last year in particular. I am not saying that none occurred this year started, but we have revised our strategies to deal with these individuals and try to forge a closer link with our external stakeholders. As a result of that, we have seen a reduction in migrants impacting our space with criminal activities. But you must be aware that we are likely to see more migrants in our space, the head of the Trelawney Police Division, Deputy Superintendent of Police Winston Milton, stated. I urge you to make use of the partnership between yourself and the police by sharing this information with us when new persons or strangers move into your space. Let us know about it so we can deal with it because usually these individuals continue their activities within the new area where they are now residing, he added. The parish of Trelawney, along with St. James, Hanover, and Westmoreland, form the Area 1 Police Division. Due to a spike in criminal activities, states of public emergencies were recently imposed in St. James, Hanover, and Westmoreland, and DSP Milton noted that generally, criminals living in areas under the SOEs flee from the security forces to communities in parishes like Trelawney, which are not under similar security measures.
Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell